Hey, Magic fans, we're back for the aftermath. Bump. Get it? Get it? It's after. Anyway, moving on. So, this is your captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG. We're back to try to go over is there any value in these boxes? And it's not looking good, so it's going to be a short video. Thanks for coming. No, seriously. Let's actually talk about it a little bit. The last video, we kind of went over a lot of it, but just so you guys can kind of see what we're working with here. These are all the rares. These are the foil rares, foil mythics, and our mythics. And that's really it. We do have, obviously there's, buku tons of uncommons and special art uncommons and all those shenanigans. But they're really not worth anything, at least not yet, until someone figures out something's really good. So we're going to go off of this, and as normal, unless it's $2 or more, we average it out and count it for $1, kind of as a bulk rare or bulk item slot. So with that said, you can see here we actually have a pretty good stack of rares. Out of all these, the only rares that are honestly worth anything, I cut right to it, look at that, as I drop one on the floor, is this one. Training Grounds is going for $4 to $5. It's a good card. I mean, 1 blue enchantment. Activated abilities of creatures you control are 2 less to activate. The effect can't reduce it. 2 less than 1 mana. This can still really make something busted, especially in Commander. Just for example, Kenrith. I mean, making all his abilities cost 2 less is insane. Not to mention everything else in God's Green Earth. So probably the best rare in the whole set. We have our foil rares right here. Decent amount. Again, none of them really worth a whole lot per se. Again, probably the one worth the most is Training Grounds, obviously. And then there's this Training Grounds, which is the Eldraine version, which honestly is, I love. We talked about it before. I love the Eldraine border. There's another Training Ground there. Which is why I'm probably going to buy a rather large amount of Eldraine when it does come out and take a break the next couple of sets and only buy enough to open a couple boxes on the channel for Lords and I don't know what I'm gonna do with Commander Masters yet. I'm kind of torn. But anyway, so in Mythics, all the Mythics are actually worth $2 to $3, if not more. And just plain Mythics are all the way up to 5 to 10. So good mount. Since he's out, again, I love Sarkhan, and this card I think is amazing, especially with the kind of color. I don't know, fanboy. I'll put him down now. So, and then we have our foil Mythics we got out of the boxes. So as you can see, we have 3, 6, 9, 10. So out of 12 boxes, we got 10 foil Mythics. That's basically, 2/3 a Mythic a box, which does not really count to anything. But basically, probably 1 a box if you get lucky. We did hit some good ones. I mean, we got Nissa, we got my boy Sarkhan, Narset, we got Obzi. We did get a Karn. One thing you want to watch out for on these cards is it was only this first one that I've seen so far that I've looked at close enough. And to be honest, it might be kind of hard for you guys to even see it. But let me look again. Yeah, if I can turn it enough for you. I really can't turn it enough for you guys to see it, I guess. Oh, there it is right there. See it? There's a roller line down the middle of this foil card. So we did have an issue with that. Luckily, that is the only card in the Mythic Foils that has that roller line. But it was the very first foil that I opened. So I'm a little upset. I mean, I guess 1 out of 10 isn't bad, but when it's this kind of card, like, why couldn't they roller line one of the rares? Yeah, so it really sucks that this has a roller line on it. So it'll be on eBay for sale at a discount because of that roller line if you guys really want it. I'm sure somebody will. So with that said, let's scoot these off to the side and let's get out my handy dandy notebook. I know you guys love it because that's just how I roll, pad and paper. So 12 boxes, 1 whole case. Oh yeah, for you guys who didn't know, a case for this product is 12 boxes. So I know it's a little different, but the packaging's a lot smaller, but that's just the way it is. And if you guys didn't know, here's the packaging for a collector box. As you can see, it's super thin. Still has 12 packs, but really small. Which is why the packaging for all this product is smaller. So, as you look here to kind of sum it up for you guys, the little square box here. So there's 2 columns. There's just rares and mythics. There's really nothing else here. So that's 1 box, all the way down, 1 box, all the way down, 1 box, all the way down. So box value, 72, 62, 79, 66, 72, 65, 50, 62, 56, 79, 71, 61. The actual box value of these boxes came out to $66 on average for a case, which is really disappointing. Now, again, this is TCG mid to low, so maybe some of these are worth more. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't see it right now. Something in the market's going to have to change. There's going to have to be, somebody's going to have to find some of these cards, and they're going to have to get real popular in a deck or something to get these values up. But this is what it looks like. And because of these kind of values just on the base set cards, I'm really scared to even open one of these right now, or honestly ever, to be honest with you. For several reasons. One, the price of this as the filming of this video, which is probably going to be about a week old by the time you see it, maybe more than that. The price has already dipped on this down to like $150. So it's lost a lot of value. And we talked about that throughout the video, right? We talked about there's no serialized cards. There's nothing extra in here. It's special other than what you already see, other than Halo foils. So I think what happened was Wizards wanted to try to decide to see if, instead of doing serialized cards, if they did a different kind of foiling, if it would support a product. And to be honest with you, we know the answer to that. The answer is already no. Because we had texture foils, which went for a lot of money when Double Masters first came out, but dropped off very fast off a cliff because you don't know how many there are out there, and obviously there's probably a lot. Serialized cards are the only way to know that something is special, and prevents Wizards from reprinting it. And I think that's something, as much as they do it to help sell product, it's something I think they don't want to do, because it prevents reprinting certain cards and products, and they don't like that because it does impact the sales of this product. Because think about it. If there are serialized cards in here and they did a printing, like, okay, let's just use one like Brothers War. They printed it, they put serialized cards in. They can't do another reprint of Brothers War, and they didn't, and they haven't, because if they do, they have to specify if more serialized cards were printed, and they can't do that if they've already printed the 500 of, let's say, the Ramos Dragon Engine, right? 1 of 500. If you already printed 500 and put them out there, you can't reprint that product and add more serialized cards. If you do, all the serialized cards tank, the product's not worth anything, and then nobody's going to believe you moving forward. So I think this is them taking a shot in the dark, among other things, to see if they can get away from serialized cards so they have that option for massive reprints when they need them. But at the end of the day, $66 box value, unless something changes. And I think it's going to go down and get worse before it gets better. So it is what it is. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. We'll do some more videos. Till next time, be kind. Hope to see you crossing the game table later, player. Sort this crap and get it put away.